In the fall of 2011, my wife and I traveled to Ukraine and adopted 2 little girls. And we ended up staying there in country about 2 months, and right there towards the end, we found out that our girls had a brother that we didn't even know about. We were told that this boy was not available for adoption and would not be available for adoption. Thankfully, God opened some doors and a way was made for us to go and adopt Alosha. So in the fall of 2013, again, right in the middle of the rut for the 3rd year in a row, my wife and I packed up everything and made the long trip over to Ukraine, this time to bring home the final member of our family and to unite him with us and reunite him with his sisters. Little did we know whenever we were going over there, in the middle of our process, the entire country of Ukraine was about ready to just descend into chaos.
The essence of who we are and the realities in which we stand are evidence of things unseen. And the individual frames of our life that exist between the beginning and the end are influenced with purpose. They are the shadows of the substance. They are the moments that are leading us to hallowed ground.
Hang on. Stop right there.
Let's get you done. Oh, I missed you so much.
All right, well, tomorrow is a big day in the Hewitt house. Around here we have Christmas, and we have birthdays, and we have the opening day of turkey season. So tomorrow is the first day of youth season here in Missouri, and Olivia's going to be going out on her 2nd turkey hunt. She killed a turkey last year, so we're hoping that she's going to get her 2nd this year. We're pretty excited because we have our most recent addition, Alosha, is going to be tagging along. He's going to be more of an observer this year until he kind of gets a little bit more adjusted into the home life. But we're all pretty excited. God has been especially good to us here in the past few years. We've got our whole family under one roof now, and I don't know, it just feels good. So Alosha's going to get to see a little bit tomorrow of what it is to be a Hewitt and what it is to be a part of this family, or another element at least. This was going to be Olivia's 2nd turkey hunt. She had killed a bird the year before. The first turkey hunt that she went on was probably the single best day of turkey hunting I've ever experienced in my life. So her 2nd turkey hunt rolls around. We get out there in the blind. We've got Olivia, we've got my wife, and we've got Alosha along observing on his very first hunt. And the experience on this hunt was completely different from the first. It was arguably the worst day I've ever had in the woods.
This episode brought to you by Bloodsport Archery, 100% carbon, hand-sorted premium arrows. I demand the best. In a game of inches, when the smallest imperfections can mean the difference between success and failure, I feel confident knowing that every QAD Ultra-Rest has been designed, manufactured, and assembled right here on American soil. With unparalleled precision and uncompromised quality, the Ultra-Rest is more than a piece of equipment. It's a part of who we are. I shoot the Ultra-Rest, America's Rest, only by Quality Archery Designs. Hallowed Ground Outdoors is brought to you by Dave Smith Decoys, the highest quality decoys on the market, made in the USA.
I knew that this was a good spot. I had several trail cam pictures of birds that had been strutting through this area, so I knew that even though we hadn't heard any gobbling, if we were just patient, kept calling, and waited it out, that eventually something would have to come through.
That's my second one! We are good!
Hang on. We'll do a safety. Good 2-year-old bird. Let's take a look at his beard. He's got,
Oh my, yeah, I did.
yeah, you body rocked him. I mean bad. You about blew the beard off. You're lucky you didn't blow the beard off this thing, baby. He's got a good beard though.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
10, 11 inch beard.
So, for the second year in a row, my daughter got a turkey on the very first day of youth season. She was excited, I was excited, whole family was pumped about it. And Alosha got a little taste of just what it is that we do in our family.
Chris Wadman here on opening day in turkey season. I'm out here with Rick Thomas and Stephen Job.
And we're gonna shoot them in the beak if they come in, right?
When youth season rolls around, sometimes I think that it's difficult to tell who gets more excited, the adults or the kids. Olivia had her bird down on the ground, and 20 miles away, Rick Thomas was taking a boy named Preston Weidman out on his very first turkey hunt. And while our turkey hunt had been a little bit anticlimactic, they were having quite the morning.
That was a question, not just a statement for me to listen to myself. So what do you think?
Don't answer him, Preston. It's overrated.
You know, turkey season provides such a great opportunity to get your kids out into the woods, and John Clinton is no exception to that, and he wasted no time getting his son Connor and his daughter Cambry out into the field.
Shoot the one between the top of the head. Okay, not yet. Okay.
You did it.
Good job, man. Boy, he was trying to get on top of that decoy, wasn't he?
He was trying to tackle it.
Yeah.
I can feel its power.
You can.
Yeah, back here.
Oh, nice. Nice.
She got her first turkey with a bow. Couldn't be prouder. Way to go, babe. So proud of you.
First turkey with a bow. Let's see some teeth. See some smiles.
Freezing this morning is 24 degrees. With the wind chill, it's like 15. Wow, that was awesome. Oh, gosh. First turkey with the Krios bow. By Athens. Oh. Frostbite.
It's kind of been an ongoing joke the last few years that I don't like to turkey hunt, and that is simply not the case at all. There is just something about being in the woods during the spring that absolutely gets your blood boiling. I've got one spot on our farm that every single year seems like it produces, and you go and you sit there, you put in your time, eventually you're going to have an opportunity to put a bird on the ground. I think it's a ton of fun to shoot turkeys with a bow, and if I'm going to be bow hunting for turkeys, I'm going to try to do it off the ground. And sometimes, unfortunately, it just doesn't work in your favor. And in this case, there were just so many eyes so close that I just couldn't get drawn. Same spot, no birds were talking off the roost, and all of a sudden the sun starts to come up, and I look out in the field and double take because there's a tom standing right there staring at our decoys. The first bird's smacking the DSD a little bit, and I look off to the left, and here comes another tom coming out of the woods. I set the decoys way too close to the blind, so I had to wait, and eventually these birds turned just enough for me to get an opportunity to draw my bow back. I smacked that first tom, he runs out into the field, and the other one doesn't leave. And Tyler, who was filming me, had never had an opportunity to harvest a turkey with his bow. I hand him the bow, I jump behind the camera, and we were just hoping that other turkey would eventually make his way back into the decoys.
Dude, I smoked him. I know I did. I'm cranking up so bad right now.
Really cool to watch Tyler kill his first bird with a bow. And whether you're a die-hard turkey hunter or it's just something that you do because it's the only thing to hunt during the spring, breathing in that fresh spring air, hearing those birds gobble, watching the woods literally just come to life, I think it is one of the most beautiful times to be out and enjoy God's creation. And that's why every single spring, that's exactly where you find us.
It's a place where I've seen my Maker's face, and where I'm born again as sunrise by His amazing grace. A peace and a purpose I have found.
We just killed a double.
Что ты думаешь?
Папа, тебе нужен счетный фильм?
Да, нужен. Tom. Olivia, tell me what you think. What happened?
I shot the turkey. Right into his body.
Yeah, you missed the neck.